You get right up on it, it still looks a little rough when you're done, but when you back up 15 feet, it looks like a perfect sculpture. So don't get confused with that. See how crispy that looks? I had to touch that shrub up because it was already botched, but I cleaned it up and make it look that way. Why are you driving?
I got a chauffeur's license.
That's awesome. And I'm in the passenger seat on the phone, emailing customers, doing paperwork, invoicing clients, because I can't drive and do it at the same exact time. So this is more efficient. More efficient. We're at Hellebuck's. I'm buying a new pair of HS45s, but still, he's starting them up first time. I'm making you famous. I'm getting the HS45s because they're predictable. I know exactly what I'm going to get when I buy these. But still HS45s, even though all this stuff is good. The Red Max are good. It's because I know exactly what I'm getting. I'm using them. I've been using them for years. Even though it says homeowner, they're still badass. I still consider them commercial grade. And this is the professional, but I don't want to drop an extra $100 for. I just don't want to do that right now. Still, HS45 is my favorite shrub trimmers because they're versatile. They're not lightweight, but they're versatile, and they're very ergonomically balanced when you trimming shrubs. They're not like weirdly weighted. Like, I like Red Max, but the way they're weighted is really odd to me. I'm not used to it. So we gotta go do a shrub trimming job, and I wait until we have a shrub trimming job. I've got like 8 pairs of these things, but I need a brand new pair. I wait until we have an actual job, and on the way to the job is when I buy the piece of equipment. That's just what I do. Ripping out these cedar trees, 4 of them, and in place we're putting 3 emerald green arborvitae shrubs, as you can see here. And when we plant them, we're using Holy Cow, peat moss compost and manure with topsoil, and then fertilizing with Hollytone. We're using the truck with a tree rigging line to put tension on the shrub. As we pull it out, and we're trimming all these. Japanese maple, these are green arborvitaes. Putting a topiary spiral on these shrubs by hand. I'd like to show you before and after pictures. See, trimming it by hand. And fertilizing all these azaleas over here. Make them look beautiful when I'm done. They take about 45 minutes a piece per shrub, and you charge $45 per shrub. Don't try it unless you practice it. It's an artistic thing. You just take your time, but you can do it. And then they're over here ripping out some cedar shrubs. You got 2 out? Sweet. Badass. What's that? Yeah, I'm not worried about the rock. It's just the azalea and these bonsais. If you can lay it down with the truck with tension and just keep it in between, it's good.
Got it.
The rock will actually help as a fulcrum to help pop the back. Is when you're in business, and it doesn't matter if you're new or not, you can get into a downward spiral of fear and anxiety, and it's gripping. And that's when you're not making any money. When nothing is working, when you're not selling jobs, or customers are canceling on you, or maybe you're messing stuff up, you're going in the hole. That could put you into an anxiety spiral that you feel like you're in a living nightmare and you're going through hell. And I know exactly what that's like. So I want to tell you something, man. I love you guys very much. I know that's something real crazy to say, but I'm serious because I know what you're going through. My email is blown up with guys asking me for help. And I'm swamped running my own business, and I'm trying to make these videos to help out as much as possible because I didn't have this type of help. I say that all the time. And when you start making money and things work, that's when your confidence goes up. It kind of sucks that that's the way it is with money, but you're only going to get there by grinding to the point of where you snap and go crazy and you're dripping in sweat and you gotta fully commit. You're not like going through the motions, trying to suffer your way through it. You have to balls out, fully commit to this, and that's how you'll start making money, and that's when your confidence goes up, and that's when you start selling more jobs, because customers can smell it when you're scared. They can smell it. Even if you know what you're doing, but you're scared, they're gonna think you don't know what you're doing, and they're not gonna trust you to do some, landscape design on their property. It's so ass backwards and it's not fair, but I got your back. You're not alone. You are not alone, dude. All types of guys are going through this. Everybody goes through this stuff, and people just don't admit it. That's all it is. They just don't, oh, everything's great, man. I'm killing it, bro. Killing it. I'm making money like crazy. Selling all these jobs. They're full of shit. They're only telling you the good stuff, and I'm telling you the bad stuff, the gripping anxiety. So, I also want to say, oh yeah, the book's selling like hotcakes. Thank you everybody for buying my book. But I'm really thanking you for investing in yourself, for investing in your future, in your business. And I think that my audiobook and my book is a great way to do it for a brand new guy, and it actually applies to any business, the techniques and market stuff in the book. But thanks for investing in yourself, man, seriously. Like I said, I'm not the guy with 10 landscape crews and making, you know, $5 million bucks a year or whatever. It's just crazy numbers. Saying, this is how you run 5 crews. I'm saying, man, this is how you get a landscaping business off the ground from nothing. I'm gonna show you how to trim like a Eugenia topiary spiral shrub, and you do it by hand with shears. You think you would use shrub trimmers, but it works best by hand with sharp shears. Come over here. So, this is a dwarf Alberta spruce shrub, and it's trimmed into a topiary spiral. It's been trained that way. And check this out. This is the before, what it looks like. Come real close. And then what I do is I go rough cut, shake off the shrub, and then do final draft like this. So you do a rough cut. And then when I do final draft, I go back over it, and I'm not trimming a shrub, I'm trimming millions of individual needles, you know what I'm saying? So it's coloring in between the lines when you're a kid, and then these are $45 per shrub, and they take about 45 minutes per shrub. It's about $1 a minute. And like I said, don't try it on a customer unless you're really artistic, or I guess try it somewhere on a shrub, like use someone as your guinea pig so you can, you know, mess up and get good at it. It takes time. I get in real deep, and I'm just trimming all the tips of everything. So not that it's trimmed like in reality, like it's not a logical thing, it's a visual thing. It's visually aesthetic. So you're trimming and you're stepping back every few minutes. You step back, say, how am I doing? See the forest for the trees, and then jump back in and trim some more. And I'm not going too deep into the foliage, I'm just trimming the surface of everything that's budded out here. It's like pruning at high speed. You can also look this up, Topiary Spiral Shrub Competitions, and you'll see these awesome Mexican guys going like Speedy Gonzalez, and it looks amazing. So, I like doing it because it's something that I can really focus on, and it takes my mind off stuff. So that'd be my rough draft all the way around. Once you get up in here, I'm gonna make this super tight. I don't like that. I'm gonna put a nice cut in there and literally get up in there microscopically with a pair of mini botany scissors for doing flowers. And I'm gonna go in and detail the top out, because when the customer looks at it, I want them to be like, damn son, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going in and I'm fine-tuning and retraining a new shape. So watch what I'm doing. You want to be real careful when you're pruning. It's going to cut just one of those little primary stalks. A whole chunk of that shrub, boom, is a hole you cannot put back. So it's like surgery. You got to be really focused when you do it. You're very present, and then you get into it. Now I'm still on my rough cut, not the final draw. When you go and you fine tune, but you can't cut too much. If you cut too deep into this foliage, you're gonna burn out the shrub and it's gonna get infected and die. Just enough to create the visual aesthetic of a nice, pretty topiary spiral, baby. You get right up on it. It still looks a little rough when you're done, but when you back up 15 feet, it looks like a perfect sculpture. So don't get confused with that. This is crazy. I'm literally on the other side of the block walking around talking on the phone while my guys are on the job site working. When you're busy, oh, that would be great. No, because as the expert in your business, the one who cares the most and is the most qualified, you're the only one who knows how to do it that perfect way. It's very hard to let go. So your day is spent. Say you try to trim a shrub, the phone rings. Now you're on the phone. You try to pick up the shrub, oh, a neighbor comes out and wants a quote. You try to get back to trimming that shrub, and then you need to help your guy with something. And then you try to go trim that same shrub. Too late, you got to order landscape materials. You try to trim that shrub again, oh, here comes the landscape materials. Now you got to direct that guy and pay him. You try to trim a shrub, oh, now your customer came out, whatever. You try to trim a shrub, and then the phone rings 6 times in a row. I've literally sat paralyzed in one spot for 3.5 hours straight, just answering phone calls and booking work, and then going out and doing quotes. There's no time to do the physical work in your business when you're busy. It's crazy. So what's amazing is that makes sense, because what are you worth? 35, 45, 55, 100 bucks an hour? Well, if you're not the one doing the work, someone else has got to be doing that work, or you ain't gonna get nothing done. So it's crazy. Look at these gorgeous trees, man. Love them.